everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie and today we are going to use envelopes. Now I was struggling to make a video in the last couple of days and I couldn't figure out why. And I had all of these, I have boxes full of envelopes, whether they're antique, vintage or somewhat recent, and I wanted to do something because I don't use them enough. I usually use them to make pockets when they have a flap. I use them in my journals, so they can be flaps, they can be pockets, like if this one is really interesting, for example, and I just glue them on a page. And this is about all I do with my preferred envelopes. And then with some of the most recent ones, I can do flaps as well, but sometimes I will just make little folders with them. I'm trying to find one like this one I would cut, I would open, and then I would do something with it, whether a little pockety thing with pockets on I would open it and then put pockets on each side, but I'm not using them enough. And then I thought, I had these pieces like this, and then I thought, oh, that would be, it would look quite good on the masterboard. So and then it came to me, why don't I do a masterboard with my envelopes? And I was about to do that, and then I thought, well, I usually make my masterboards on scrapbook paper, but what if I used something else? And so I came up with the idea of making covers using envelopes. You can actually also make pockets with them by just making a masterboard of envelopes, but on fabric. I will show you the result afterwards. So what I've done is I've taken a bunch of envelopes, and I have lost my knife apparently. Well, I'm just going to take another one. Here we are. And what I've done is I've just opened my envelopes, and now you can do this with old envelopes or recent envelopes, junk mail envelopes, anything really. It doesn't matter. I just happen to have a lot of vintage and antique ones, mainly because when I buy a bunch of old papers, very often in it you have envelopes. So that's why I have so many. So what I've done is just open the envelope completely. There you go. And just keep the front to do whatever I want to do with them. Ooh, this one had a letter, so I'm putting it on the side. And this I'm putting together with my scraps of papers. So you can select them by color just because you like them. Just, there's no good reason why you should use one more than the other, except for the fact that you like it better than the other. So you can make them all white, you can make them mixed colors, although with recent envelopes you have less color choice, I find. But that's not because they're not colored that they're not nice. Look at this one. That one is not that old. You can tell by the writing. Well, it is old, but not that old. This is 1957. But it could have been 1980 by the way it looks. It's not, it's just the handwriting tells you that it's not antique. Okay. All right, well, this one is a bit... Okay, let's do what it wants. There you go. And there you have the front. So this is the only thing I've done, is just separate the fronts from the flaps and the backs. So I'm just putting them on the side. This one is, oh, it's as old as me, but it doesn't look that old. Neither do I. 1917. Oh my God, I was giving myself 20 more years. Why not? You see, the paper is much thicker than on the antique ones, which is not necessarily a bad thing. So in terms of size, again, it doesn't matter. It's just whether you like the envelope or not. Let me just remove the little flap like this. And so you do that with as many as you want, the ones that you like, etc. I see these are much older, and they are, this is 1943, and it's really, really thin. And I can't do much with this envelope. So this is something that I would really, really choose to do this project. Anyway, let me show you. So what I've done so far is I have prepared a bunch of these. And when I say a bunch of these, I mean a bunch of these. So all these are covers, envelope covers, hopla, from different periods, different colors, you know, but mainly blue, green, beige, whitish. So this is the sort of colors that I had. And then I also had envelopes that I never use. I usually give them away, which are the airmail envelopes. And I want to do something with these. So let me show you what I want to do and what I'm going to use. So let's put these on the side. And let me get some fabric. I've selected different types of fabric. I've selected cheesecloth, which is really, really thin. Obviously, being cheesecloth. This is cotton as well. It's quite thin, but much more resistant. And then I have this bit, which is also cotton. Not as thick as the previous one. This probably would be, you know, a bed sheet or something. This would be, I don't know, more to make a tablecloth or something. Bear with me. So what is going to make me use one fabric more than the other? It's just about, you know, will it show through my envelopes or not? So I suggest, if you're doing this, you know, to make a test, how thin are my envelopes? How much will it show? So then you can decide. Let me just check. They don't show much through, but for example, you see this one, I don't think it's the best choice. So for these ones, I would certainly not choose that cloth. Obviously, it will be the same for this one. So I think we're going to do the airmail on the cheesecloth. So there's nothing complicated to the process. I have just put a glass mat on my desk to protect my other mat. And I am going to take some glue stick, because it's enough to glue paper on cheesecloth and on cloth generally. I do put fabric on my books a lot, and I use this glue, and that's fine. So what do you need? You need a glue page. And apparently I've left them somewhere else. Let me get one. I'm all set. I have my glue stick and my envelope. And I'm going to be very generous in terms of glue. Very, very generous. So we're going to make 2 or 3 of these together. And then we'll make, we'll see how that looks on the cover. So this is not going to be a very long video, but I'm so happy that I've tried this. And then I can share it. Oh, come on. Well done, Sophie. Well done. Well done. Okay, well, let's turn it around. Up. And I'm just going to lay it flat on my cheesecloth. And I'm going to help it with my bone folder. And now it's up to you to decide how you want to proceed. If you just want to have them one next to each other, if you want them to overlap, that's really a personal choice, I would say. So I am going to do it like this, overlapping a bit. Yeah, that's what, oh, look at the inside, beautiful. Beautiful. And then I've kept, you know, all the backs and flappies that I can use on other paper master boards, or, you know, anything that you can do with scraps, you can use them for. And lots of them are really, really pretty. I need to change glue page. As we say in French, I seem to have two left hands today, meaning a bit clumsy. Okay, let's do it like this. You could iron your fabric if you wanted to before, but there's no real need, because once you use your bone folder, then everything will go flat. So, and you can iron it afterwards as well. I've seen you are lacking. Oh, well done, June. So we have 2 envelopes already. Good. I'm going to use this one here. Now, if I'm going to use this I would... No, June, no. Sors de là. She was about to steal something. You need to keep in mind when you make your this, of how you're going to use your fabric. If you want to have a book cover that goes over your book, you need to keep enough fabric to be able to go around. It's up to you to decide whether you mind whether your envelope is folded or not. So you need just, you know, keep it in mind. This one, I would just glue on the cover. I wouldn't go, fold them on the other side. But I've also done it in another way. So, there we go. So, I did go to see my surgeon. Yeah. And I've been a bit in pain for the last 2 days, hence my disappearing. Been staying in bed. And it turns out that he didn't do much to my knee when he opened it. He just looked at it, and it's finally as damaged as the other one. So yeah, this year we are looking for 2 knees replacements, which is what it is. Oopla. And I was waiting to schedule the first surgery to know when my mum would get hers. She was supposed to be on the operating table on the 1st of December, but turns out no one is happy to take the risk to perform the surgery on her, because she's 81 years old. She's been smoking for maybe 70 of these years, and she's a chain smoker. And my hands are full of glue, which has nothing to do with it. And yeah, they're just too scared that she will die on the table. So the first hospital said no, not taking the risk. So now they're looking for a second one. I'm guessing the second one will say the same thing. So I don't know. Apparently they've given her morphine, which is one of the dumbest things they could do. Because guess what? My mom fell just after, no, not after, during COVID. She fell and she damaged some of her vertebrae. And they put her on morphine. And because my mom doesn't react well to painkillers, etc., she forgot that she had taken it, and she took more, and then she took more, but not because she's a painkiller addict, just because she forgot. Have I taken it? I don't think so, so I'm going to take one. And she overdosed, which caused her kidney failure, and yeah, quite a lot of issues. So we know she's not reliable. Well, she's 81 and she's decaying, let's put it that way. And they've put her back on morphine. What do you want me to say? So yeah, I'll still be going to Bordeaux. My brother is going. Actually, I wonder whether he's not arriving today. So he's staying with us until the 7th of December, and I will go for Christmas. And then I'll come back. I'm seeing the surgeon again in January. And I need to decide which knee we're going for first. Apparently, I asked him how long it takes to be back to normal, and he said it takes 4 months after surgery, which is quite a lot. So that's the way it is. So I think I'll be going with the left one first, because that means that I can still drive regardless of the timing, and can go to Bordeaux if my mom gets an operation. Even if I'm not fully recovered, it doesn't matter. I'll still be able to move and do things. So yeah, that's how it's going to be. Oh, this one is gorgeous. Look at this one. Beautiful. So yeah, the morphine thing I didn't expect. And I'm really unhappy about it. Why am I using this book as a clue book? I love the paper. It's not a clever thing to do, Sophie. You need to get something else. You know that. Yeah. Don't know how to do things anymore. So here we are. I'm really happy because this surgery is like for the hip. You don't stay in the hospital for long. You stay a couple of days just to make sure that everything is okay. And then you're back home. And then you start physiotherapy. And that's it. So he also told me that it's more painful than hip. Hip, to be honest, was not such a big deal. And we'll see. We will see. So where am I putting you? Am I putting you down here? Yeah, I think I am. I think I am. Like this. If you don't like having your hands full of glue, avoid this. Yep. Looks nice, huh? Don't you think? Looks gorgeous already. Really, really nice. So we need a different one. Oh, I love this one. Okay. Sam descend. I can hear him. He's climbed on the table. Sammy descend. So I just gave them treats when they came back home, when I called them. And then when I do that, then the cats are jealous and they also want some goodies. So I gave them goodies out of the reach of the dogs. And I stayed there until they were done. But as I've left the kitchen, now Sam thinks that he's allowed to go and see if he can steal something from the cats. Up or down? I think down. I think like this. Yeah. Ooh, there's a lump of glue. Come out, a little lump of glue. So if you're using very old envelopes, be careful because, as I told you, they're thinner, but they're also more fragile. Yuck, yuck, yuck. So we need a couple more. Oh, this one is also different. Oh, we can use this one. This is going to be the front. How do I want my front to look? Let's think. We can do this for sure. So this one can go here. But then, let's see if we have different ones. We have it like this. These, this is different. Let me see. We could do this with this, couldn't we? I think we can. We can do this. I'm thinking, I know it shows, but I'm thinking. Do I want to have a smaller one? At the bottom. No, too similar. Oh, it's actually half. Oh! Dum da dum. Da-da-dum, dum, dum, da-da-dum. Da-da-dum, dum, dum. Okay, so I could have a... So it means this one should finish here, and this one should finish here. Ooh, we have a flappy. So we can do that, can't we? Yes, we can. All right, so let's take a not so light scrapbook page. What I do is I sometimes use these. Well, I use them to make my masterboards, but now I've decided to use them as glue. So, sorry, again, the phone rang. I didn't pick up, didn't see it was calling. And I glued the envelope talking to myself because obviously you weren't there anymore. So this is how it looks for the moment. I'm just going to let it dry on the side. And that gave me the opportunity to show you what I wanted to show you, which is that, you know, we are upcycling, we are using things to give it a second purpose. Well, this is what was done as well. And that was in 1955. So you see, they typed something on the in the envelope, and then they attached some papers in it. So yeah, and I have a couple like this. Oh, look at this, beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. So let's get another batch of envelope, different ones. Let me see. Up. You are recent, you are not. Let's see. Shall we make one with these ones that I still cannot grab? Come on. There. Very colored. Let's make a colored one. And let's choose. Which one are we going to use? Is it this one? Or this one? Oh, let's try this one. We'll see how that works. But it should be okay. So I'm not going to make it as big as this. What am I going to do? I'm going to cut my piece of fabric. Somewhere there. Okay. So, same thing all over again. Don't fall. Do not fall. Yeah, so I'll be spending Christmas in Bordeaux. Let's see, can you stay with... Yes. I will go with my youngest daughter. We are leaving the dogs here with my eldest daughter. And my eldest daughter will come back to me, to Bordeaux, at a later point this year. Well, next year, actually. We have a lovely, lumpy envelope. So I'm going to leave more than this. I'm going to put it here. And I'm putting it straight, sort of. Come on. Because that way you have the borders you need to go over the edge. Bone folder. Now my bone folder is as sticky as my fingers. I'll put them under there. So I have a pink one. No, that's a back. That is a back, a blue one. So I just want to be careful not putting this in glue again because it will rip. I'm pretty sure. I think it's too warm here. My glue is too keen on making lumps. Feels very gluey, which is normal for glue, Sophie. Yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, interesting. Up. So where am I going to put you? Somewhere there. Everything is gluey. So you need to be more careful with these ones because they're more brittle. Yep. Okay. Oh, we have this one. So I don't really care, you know, which side is going to be the front, which one is going to be the back. But obviously, that's going to be the back and that's going to be the front. So remember, you're starting by the back. Well, I am starting by the back. So if you want something special on the top of your cover, on the front cover, sorry, the word had disappeared, you need to keep this in mind so that you glue it on the right spot. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to change glue page. So all of that, you know, it didn't wear me down because all of this was to be accepted, the surgery's coming, etc. But I still need, you know, to digest it. So I think that's why the pain came back. It was more in my head than anywhere else, I think. But it's okay now, so just needed some time to rest and just, you know, yeah, basically just take time for myself, and all better now. So, one thing you need to keep in mind is that you are going to need to let this dry before you do anything with it. And really, I would leave it to dry, you know, for a couple of days. Because otherwise, when you make your cover, I will show you after what might happen. It's not the end of the world, but it's probably not what you want. So, how am I going to do this? I'm going to put you here, I think. And yeah, I'll show you. It's not the end of the world either, if it happens, but you'll probably prefer to do without. And I think, you know, I would use the cheesecloth on an existing book cover, the one that we've just done before, where we didn't take margins to glue. Whereas the other ones you can use on anything you want, I would say. That's my opinion. You don't need to agree with me. Here on the bottom, I don't mind if this overlaps. It doesn't really matter. For some of them, I like to be able to keep the stamp, but for some others, I don't really mind. So it's all in my head. Nothing. There's no right or wrong. It's just how you want. Oh, look, I have a smaller one here. $44. It looks antique, but it's not. It's just vintage. So here, here. And I'm just going to do that because otherwise when it's dry, it's too late. I can hear the music played by my daughters. It's a French singer called Slimane. For those of you who watch, I don't think you do, sorry for the camera shake. the Eurovision, which is a contest, a singing contest with I suppose it's all the European continent, I suppose. And he was representing France. When was it? Last year or the year before? Can't remember. But he's a known singer in France, and he's really, really good. If you want to check him, he's called Slimane. S-L-I-M-A-N-E. Okay, so we need another one. Oh, yeah. I would like to sing, but I can't. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, God. Why not have a whitish one? Like this. Unless we have a slimmer one. Or maybe we do. We do. Yay! But this one I have not prepared. Yeah, and if you want to watch his videos, this French singer, just look like Eurovision Slimane, and you'll find the song on YouTube or anywhere. Okay, so let's see. Do I have this one that I like? Which is going to go here, here, yes. And then we have a white one, though it's a bit short. Let us see. We have another blue one. But it's too big, or is it? If we do something like this, and then we do something like, yeah, no. No! Oh God, you are very, very thin and brittle. What else do we have? That one I like. That one I like. Like this. Or maybe it's the bottom one that I need to change. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Complicated choices. would be okay. If I put this one here then. But I need something different for the top. Do I have a smaller one? We don't know. Maybe we do. Oh no, you are my sunshine, my love. No, not at all. You are the one I showed you before, the recycling one. What do I want? Oh my God, it's a dilemma. Dilemma? I don't know how you say it. De fouillou. Because I can't really, if I took a bit out on each side, would that work? Let me do this. And let me do this. Now, how would you look? So you need to be like this or not. So you could be like this. That'd be better. Then you could be like this. That will work. And then you are too small, aren't you? But are you smaller than your brothers and sisters? That's the question. You seem to be the same size. You know, usually I'm looking for something bigger, now I'm looking for something smaller. Bigger? You are! Yay! Got them! You, my little friends, can go on the side. We will use you for some other project. So, how do I go about this? Should I just do it out? Yeah, I shall. I'll start with the white one. It's not a huge project, but it is time consuming. So I'm going to I'm going to show you how covers can look like. I've made one yesterday with one that I had done previously and needed time to dry. And it's the first one, so that's where you learn what to do or not to do. You'll see. And then, let me just put this more or less straight. And maybe we'll try to put some... have I made one on cheesecloth? I'm not even sure. Maybe I have. Then maybe we can try to glue it on some future cover. Let me use somewhere else. You could ink your envelopes. I don't feel the need, but you know, you can do what you want. Then you could add washi tape, you can sew them. I will probably sew them in the future, but I need to first find a status quo with my sewing machine. At the moment, we're not talking. I know it won't last, but still, it's annoying. Now, you are so brittle. You scare me. I need to tell you. It's sticking to my fingers. You had Edward the scissor hands. Now you have Sophie the gluey hands. Don't think the movie would be as fascinating as Tim Burton's one. But Why not, you know? Hoopla. Okay. Why is this one smaller? We don't know. We don't know, but it is the way it is. You will come out later. It's okay. I'm not going to use my bone folder on this because it's just going to break. It is smaller. Well, it is the way it is. So, this again needs to dry for some time, because if you use it too quickly, it won't work. Let me show you. Okay, let me show you. These are the leftovers from the one I made, the first one I made, with a variety of envelopes. It was glued on a pillowcase, cotton, and I really like because it's a bit thick, and it was really pleasant, and it's lovely to touch. You could put Mod Podge on it, but I don't think I would, just because Mod Podge makes it how can I put it? It leaves a coat that is not as soft as this touch, and I don't think it would add much. Plus, when you fold it around the book, I think it will, I don't know. Well, maybe I'll try at one point, but for the moment, I haven't. So this is a piece of leftover. You can do lots with this. You can punch things out. You can cut out tabs. You can make pockets. If you cut it here and then you decorate it, or not, you could even leave it like this. I mean, you can do so many things with this. So I'm so happy I still have offcuts. So that is that one. I made one yesterday with some sort of newer envelopes like this, which really, I like it. I mean, they're all different and they're all nice. So this one I made on the orange piece of cloth, and it's sturdy as well. It's really nice, really soft. The papers are different, so it's nice to be able to fill the different ones. But this is how it looks. And then I made one, whoop, and now it's on the floor. Whoop, come on, come back. Oh, yeah. On cheesecloth. So it's upside down because why not? There you go. There it is. So yeah, that's what I did, and so that's what I think I would. That's not what I think I would. It's what I'm going to use to show you how I would use the one with the cheesecloth. But first things first, let me show you the one that I did yesterday. So the first cover I made. Come here. So this one, it was from the ones I show you, the leftovers. I used an existing cover to which I added a spine. And this is how it looks. Now, when I tell you to let them dry, this is the reason why. Do you see these little waves? I flattened them because I left 2 very heavy books on it for the whole of the night. So it depends. It doesn't do it with every paper, but it sort of tends to do it. I'm not bothered by it. You can leave it as this. You can put some pictures on it. You can do, decorate it, not decorate it. That's up to you. So for the first one, this is what I've learned. It doesn't matter. It's okay. And I really like the way it looks. It makes a beautiful cover, I think. So very simple, nothing complicated there. Took an existing book cover, made a spine with a sturdier material, and just glued it the whole on my fabric. So this is what I've done. So I'm going to try to find something where we can glue our cheesecloth one. Bear with me. So I have taken, it's an old calendar. I've used them before to make folios. Sophie, there are clever way to remove staples. You know that? Yeah, I know. So I'm just going to take the paper out. And we're just going to make a back and a front cover. Probably not a spine today, because I would need first to know what kind of a thingy I want to make so that I can define its width, the width of the spine. There you go. So I would just take these out. Future glue page, yay. Now I want you out. Yeah, I don't want to. Or what am I going to do? I'm going to make a folio, so I'm going to leave this one in the middle. But I'm going to remove these. That one is out. I've just remembered a part of my dream, which is I was looking for a hammer, which is really what I would want to have now. It's okay. Okay, so I have my paper and I have my my thingy. You move away, you need to dry. So it's big enough. Okay. So I need to think. Do I want to cut a piece and glue it here and then cut another piece and glue it on the back? I think that's what I'm going to do, because again, I will want to make a spine because I want to make a big journal. So what maybe I'm going to do is just cut this into equal pieces. So after all, I need to remove this. Aye, that was my nose. So I need a ruler. And I need to be careful. That is the only complicated thing, because I need to... Actually, no, I'm going to cut on each side of the fold, because that's easier for me. So that's one. Aye, that's my hand. And that is going to be my second one. Okay. There we go. So I have my two front and back covers. And an itchy nose. So which part do I want where? I can do this. And if I do this, or because I can cut pretty much where I want to. I'm going to cut two pieces. How do I know whether it's straight or not? Guesstimating, I guess. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to cut my How am I going to do this? Okay. Now, how am I going to go about it? I'm going to go about like this, I suppose. Okay. So I am going to put glue. Oh, this is the part I like, where I need to make my hands even gluier. Or do I? I think I do. Mm-hmm. It dries so quickly. I think the best option for this would actually be art glitter glue, just to give you the time to spread it. You see, when you glue it, then these little waves appear. And this has been drying for 12 hours. I would love to have my clean cone folder, but don't know where it is. So you can try your best. But this is the glue. So yeah, definitely use some other glue, not art glitter glue. Maybe that's the mistake I did on the other one. You see, we keep on learning. That's okay. Yeah, so it's not my paper, it's not my fabric, it's actually the glue. So maybe you could even just use, what's-my-call-it? Glue stick. So this needs a bit of drying, and then we can make another cover, whether it's back or front. We don't know at this point. Let's try to use another type of glue for this one, but first let's just cut it to size. Ah, why do you have to move at the last minute, Sophie? Come on, come on. And let's go again. Yup, yup, yup. Allez. So we'll go there. And what I am going to do, I'm going to use my glue stick. I'm going to put you like this. And we'll see if it looks better. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? None of you. is supposed to be here. Lumpy lump, lumpy lump. Okay. It is too warm. What are you doing? Oh, it's a cat. She's looking for another silly place to lay down so that she can make everything next to her fall down. Cats, cats, cats. So I said about here to there. Let me just get this out of the way and just remove the glue from here. And now I'm also going to remove this, which I don't need anymore. And I made it disappear. The bone folder that was in my hand about a minute ago has now disappeared. Interesting. Okay, let me just try to remove the glue. Oh, it's there. Found it. Now we're going to see whether that is better. Yes, it is. No doubt, it is. Excellent. Excellent. I like it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these two covers under heavy books. And I think they will be perfect. Perfect, perfect. Really, really happy with this. Okay. So let's have a look. Oh, I'm going to sneeze again. I'm sorry. Again. Let me see if I can. I think this one will have to become something else. You see? That's the glue. I thought it was me, but it's the glue. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. So we've learned things. We have made covers, and we did have two. The other one being here, using some sort of fabric masterboard made with envelopes. Some of them glued on cheesecloth, like this. Beautiful. Some of them glued on some other cotton fabric. Really nice. Some of them, again, on cheesecloth. This one is going to be really, really nice. And some of them on another sort of fabric with a hair that is mine, apparently. And yeah, I think it's a cool thing, and you can do so much for them. Again, remember, you have offcuts, use them, make pockets, make anything. Use them in clusters, use them in all you can think of. And it's so nice, and it's so nice to feel them. The paper is absolutely gorgeous, whether they're vintage, antique, or even fairly recent. So I hope you've enjoyed the video and that you will try to make some yourselves. Again, you can use any type of windows, including envelopes which have windows. It's all depending on what you glue them on or what you're happy for the window to show. But if you glue it on cheesecloth, nothing will show. Here I glued it on a case pillow, which was blue, and this one being very old, it doesn't show either, anything. So it's, you know, I think it's a nice thing to do. I think it's it changes. Yeah, and I'm very proud of myself. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. I should be back on, what day are we? Tomorrow, actually. And in the meantime, have a lovely day, and I'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.